Hello, welcome to Tech Talk. This is Neil, and your question for this session is how do I book resources or spaces mainly on my Outlook calendar? So here we are in my Outlook, and I'm under the Calendar tab. Here's the Mail tab. Here's the calendar. Your calendar may look a little different than mine for several different reasons. I'm on the day view up here. You can also view it by work week, month, what have you. I also have different rooms that I always have up. For instance, I have the GWA ICT Lab 1, I have the GWA ICT Lab 2, I have the planetarium bookings up here as well. So depending on what, and all of those rooms that I have open, they are under my shared calendars here on the left, and I can check different rooms to see different sort of bookings or calendars for that space. The most important thing to remember when you're booking spaces or resources, and what I mean by resources is like the laptop trolley. The most important thing when making a booking is, one, the booking is done on your calendar, meaning that this far left-hand side, this far left-hand space here, that's my calendar. So the booking is done on your calendar, and you also need to make sure that you include in your booking the people that need to accept it. So basically, if you were to book the GWA ICT Lab 1, you would need to also sort of CC or include Laura and or I in that booking, because what happens is when you book the ICT Lab 1, it's assuming it's available on the ICT Lab 1's calendar here, assuming that it's available, you'll get a message right back that says accepted, but it's also a good idea to CC the people that are based in that space so they can also accept or not accept the appointment as well. All right, so here's how you book a space. So let's say I want to book the ICT Lab 1 here, and I want to book it for 11 o'clock to 11:40. So again, I'm booking it on my calendar and double-clicking on the 11 o'clock time slot here. All right, and you'll get this will come up, and you want to invite attendees up here, invite attendees, okay? And then you want to hit the 2 button. Now, this is where all your contacts will pull up, all right? For spaces, a lot of spaces like the library or the ICT labs, they begin with GWA. So type in GWA, and then you'll see all the different spaces. The ICT lab, for instance, is GWA ICT Lab 1. There it is, GWA ICT Lab 1 PYP. So I'll go ahead and double click on that, and you can see that's popped up down here. Now again, I also want to include the people that are sort of associated with that space, and this is where you kind of have to sort of get to know who's associated with what space and what have you, or what the spaces are actually called in your contact list. But again, a lot of them start with GWA. So I also want to invite or include Laura Williamson, and just for the heck of it, let's also include Tony Potts. Now, you're not including them in the booking to say that you want them to actually be there with you in this space. It's just a good idea to give them a heads up, just in case there's some, overlap of planning somewhere. So anyway, you just hit OK. And then here's where you type in the subject. So maybe you're doing digital portfolios. And the location, this isn't required, but it's also a good idea to just manually type in PYP ICT Lab 1. This is where you'll decide what time you want. So I want it from 11 to 11:40. And then you're just going to hit send. You can also here type in a little description like, hey, I would maybe type in, if I didn't require Laura and Tony to actually be in that space with me when I'm with my kids, I might just type in a little message. Hey, Tony, Laura, this is what I'm planning on doing with the kids during this time. No need for you to actually be there, or vice, on the opposite end, could you please maybe come on in and help out if you can. So, but yeah, that's where you can type in any message that you want and then just hit send. Now again, you'll, if you require either Laura, Tony, or myself, or anyone in the school to be at that location, you're gonna have to wait for them to accept your booking. If the space is available, of course it's all yours if it's available on the calendar. And I'm just gonna cancel this here. Don't save changes. If it's available in this space, you will receive an email automatically saying that it's accepted. Now, if you require another person at the school to be in the space with you, you'll also have to wait for that person to accept your booking as well. And you'll receive emails to confirm that. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching.